Yes, well,
When you hear what I say,
welcome to No Ideas Original
when you
Podcast,
hear what
featuring Shannon, Mr.
yeah,
Bob.
I'm digging it.
Today by Cuban. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
God, Shannon. Yo, my dude. Yes, I could hear you, man. I just want to let you know, man, I'm proud of you. Everything you're doing. And you my brother from another mother, from the basketball field, from LV to the ranch crew. You already know. We go back. You see me.
Thank you. Thanks for agreeing to do this, man.
So you got to ask me the questions. You and your posse got to ask me those questions.
Oh, get it. Let's get dirty.
Oh, man.
All right, yo. So let's start it off. Let's go back with some history before rap. You know, tell us a little bit about what it was like coming from Cuba to the Bronx, and have you ever been back to Cuba since you came to the Bronx?
Oh man, that was a journey. I'm right now. I'm in a stage of life where everything's a journey. So when I look back and I retrospect back to that era where 1980, what I'm saying, a little 5-year-old, Cuban Link, Felix Delgado, with his family, my mom's, my dad, and my sister. We just jumped in one of them boats, man. It was that Jimmy Carter and Fidel Castro deal, which entitled all the Cubans that wanted to leave Cuba at the time they free to come to America, give them asylum. So of course it was hundreds of thousands of Cubans that jumped in that.
Jimmy Carter set that up, didn't he?
He extended that freedom love right there to the Cubans that didn't want to stay under Castro's regime, that felt oppressed. So I was one of those. We was one of those families that broke out, and it wasn't like we had a ticket or a number. So everybody was just in a certain place that was fenced up.
Right.
And my father, he was a convict out there. You know what I'm saying? He went to jail for selling a pair of pants and shit. He did like 6 months for that.
What?
And then for killing the cow, I think some shit like that. For taking the next neighbor's cow and shit like that. The nigga did like 2 years. His cows are sacred and shit.
Yeah,
out there, the government give you a cow,
right?
And from that cow, you're supposed to get everything you need, and you got to raise it like it's part of, like that's your brother or your fucking son or something.
Right.
You got to raise that shit until that shit dies. And that
Caribbean island living.
Yeah, from that you got to make cheese. From that you got to make cheese. You know what I'm saying? The fucking everything that a cow, milk, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta treat the cow because he's gonna feed you. So if you like kill a cow or some shit, that's like a federal crime and shit.
Damn.
Wow.
So my pops had his endeavors out there in the political world, with stuff like that. But so he was fresh out of jail, and he went straight from jail, picked us up because he heard that on the news that it was time to that Jimmy Carter had gave that law out, and Fidel agreed with it. So we jumped in. Yeah, he took us, me, my sister, and my mom's. And we had to jump over the fence over there to the Maria Harbor in Cuba.
Wow.
It's called La Embajada de Peru. It's actually what it's called. It was mad people there. That's what I know. And it was like a riot, my nigga. Like riot shit for real. Like niggas trying to get out of there and try to make sure they get in one of them boats that were there.
That's right.
And we got on in one of them joints. That shit was called the Orca. I remember.
Wow.
I remember, nigga. I was 5 years old, but I remember walking up the plank and shit. Niggas had 2 5 like barrels with fire and shit. They took my pop's belongings that belonged to Cuba, and they threw it in the garbage. They didn't want none of us to, take any memorabilia with us to America, because we was considered as traitors. Like we leaving the revolution, we leaving Castro, so we like traitors to them. And then when we got to Miami and all of that, it was just like Scarface. If you see the movie Scarface in the beginning, when Revenga, he stabbed that nigga up when he was doing all that shit was real. Like, not the actual those scenes, but like the atmosphere. Well, they had us fenced in and under the 95 bridge and all that. That shit was real. You know what I'm saying? The bus from Key West, because we landed in Key West. From Key West, we took the bus all the way to 95 South in Miami, and we stood under the actual highway. They make that shit like a concentration camp right there. You know what I'm saying? Fenced in until we all got debriefed. So
how old were you?
So when we got out here and shit, when we got to America, like I said, like Cuba, the Cubans, they just like threw rocks at us like we traitors, because we leaving Cuba. And then when we got to America, they was having like picket signs outside talking about we don't want you here. So we was fucked up either way. You know what I'm saying? We took that chance for freedom, and that's the cost of it. Because at the same time, there was innocent families, but at the same time, Castro got over. And he opened up all the jails, and he put all the criminals inside.
You
know what I'm saying? Inside the fucking the whole Mariel with us.
That's crazy.
So, them niggas is nuts, like the sicko. So yeah, Castro, he pulled that slick shit on him. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. Like I said, like, imagine you got like 100,000 people now. You got like 10,000 criminals. You know what I'm saying? And them niggas are in there with innocent family, rapists, killers. You know what I'm saying? Sick in the head niggas, crazies. So they're all in this boat with us. You know what I'm saying? So, it was some episodes that if you go back into archives, you go to the Marielito files from the era.
Right.
Ladies got raped on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got extorted, killed, thrown over the boat. Like, far as I seen that shit. Like, I was on my father's shoulders. And I remember being on the boat, and there was a fight that happened in the front of the boat, and I seen niggas I remember just seeing niggas splash in the water, like niggas was going over, like there was a fight. Damn. And then I felt like the boat, I felt the boat like getting hit from the bottom, like bah, bah. And those was fucking sharks, my nigga. They was smelling the blood, and they was hitting the boat. That's how it was crazy. It was packed. It was over 200 people on that boat. It was a pretty big boat.
Crazy.
Yeah, I seen the water turn red, man. I remember all that shit. I remember about 3-4 good like memories that I could recall at 5 years old from that thing. So yeah, it was traumatizing. It was the way I came here. At that time, of course, we had protector. We got daddy and mommy. You know what I'm saying? That was protecting, but it was a crazy adventure.
So right after that, what was it Miami, Puerto Rico, then the Bronx?
Oh yeah. I went to Miami, of course. They debriefed us like in a month. We still like 3 weeks to a month inside that camp that they set up.
Yeah.
Like, the army set up for us.
Right.
And then my aunt, what I'm saying, she sponsored us. She signed in for us that she was going, she would take care of us. So we stood in Miami for 6 months, but that shit was crazy. That was like the cocaine cowboy era.
Yeah, it was sick.
All them crazy niggas that came in them boats. So if you go back to that archive, you seen the shit that I came in the boats with all these crazy fucking criminal niggas that Fidel let loose. Them niggas got loose on the street now in Miami. And the drug trade and all that shit with the Colombians, them niggas made that shit crazy. So Miami was too hot. So we left that shit in 6 months. We went to Puerto Rico. We lived in Puerto Rico for 4 years. It was cool. Puerto Rico was cool. And then we came to the Bronx at 9. When I was 9 years old, I came to the Bronx.
And what year was that?
What year was that?
Like 89?
Well, I was in 74, and I was 5. When I was 5, I arrived in America.
79.
Made it alive, survived the hell of a trip. I'm telling you. Yeah, 80. All right,
I'm
4. So
cool.
1985.
That make it
84,
83. 83, right? Yeah, you born in 74. That make it 83.
Yeah, 1984 and 1985, right there, like 84, 85 is when I hit the Bronx.
Okay. Okay.
So that shit
Tell
was
us,
crazy,
tell us
bro.
about
You
that.
already know when now when I got to the Bronx, you already know now. Now I go from the crazy.
It looked just as crazy.
Puerto Rico's a little calm though. Puerto Rico's a little calm. You know what I'm saying? Pops started making, like building bodegas and shit. So he got his money straight. But then that shit got a little lost because he was gambling too much. So then we was over there in Puerto Rico. That's called the projects, like what we call projects out here. Them shit's called caseríos. Out there. And the last 3 months before I came to the Bronx, I was living in one of them shits in Santurce, Puerto Rico. But that shit was fire. That's when like the dope niggas. I used to be playing fucking tag with my Puerto Rican little friends over there, hopping over like dope fiends and shit. Because that shit was crazy over there. Like the drug shit was going crazy over there. See niggas just shooting that dope in their veins at a young age. So then we came to the Bronx. And then we come to the Bronx. Of course, the boogie down Bronx, that shit was burnt the motherfucking shit down. That shit was burnt when I came. Like, I moved to a block. I moved to Sheridan. Yeah, it was real vacant lots, like for real. It was between 163rd and 164th in Sheridan. And that was actually, it's by Yankee Stadium, so it's not that bad. Yeah. But still, you seen like, you know what I'm saying, like the fucking abandoned buildings. You seen the shits after the fires. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Remember when the Bronx was burnt down because they were doing that insurance scheme and shit. Yeah. Jewish people. So they burned all the buildings to collect the money. So the whole Bronx was looking burnt. Me, at that time, me and my fam used to go through the burnt buildings after and see what we could find in there and shit. You already know, man. Hood shit, man.
That's right.
Immigrant hood shit too.
That's right.
Yeah. So whatever opportunity we had, we took. You know what I'm saying? As a family.
That's right.
Now, what age did you get into hip? Did you fall in love with hip hop? And what were some of the people that you looked up to make you want to pick up the pen?
Ah, man. Like I said, when I was going to school already, first grade, I didn't know English. So I had to learn that shit. By the time I was second grade, I already knew English. And before that, I was chilling already on the block, man, over there. You know what I'm saying? My best friends was black. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know I didn't even know English. You know what I'm saying? My man Carl Brown, Kevin from 955 over there in Sheridan and shit. Alvin. Them niggas all black, so they don't spoke to me, in English.
I wasn't a Bronx.
I understand them niggas, but they really taught me. You understand? So at the end of the day, I was the little young nigga that came through, like brand new on the block that my pops was at the time. He was doing his thing. So I had the centipede, the arcade in my house. Yeah. Like the actual big shit.
Big shit. Wow, you was the luckiest kid on the block.
The big shit with the ball.
Yes, you was the luckiest kid on the block.
Right. So I was that nigga on the block. I didn't even know. Right. That's my pop stealing shit. So I had that shit. So all them niggas was in my on my crib and shit. We used to play and shit, and they always took care of me on the block. So yeah. So I knew the lingo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all black motherfuckers raised me, man, when I got to the Bronx. That's all I got to tell you.
Yo, son, we take you in. You know why? You know why? Because we come from a village, man. And that's how we was raised. We raised in the village. We take it our home, brother. That's how we do.
Yo, the first time I seen you rhyme was with
I got embraced.
Billy Clubs, the homie Billy Clubs. That was the first time
I just told shout out to Billy Clubs. I was just talking to him, Billy.
Yeah, that's my man. Me and him was in 158 together. But yeah, that's the first time I heard you rhyme. And then, how you call it. So how'd you end up meeting Pun and then joining Full of Clip? Because a lot of people don't know about Full of Clip.
Well, like I said, my black family took me in. I started learning English, and then from there on, of course, you know what I'm saying, it was the Adidas shell tops. It was the whole fashion of hip hop. It was the graffiti at the time. Niggas into graffiti a lot, so I was into the graffiti shit as like, you know, on a hobby tip. I ain't really go spray paint shit up, but I used to do the shit in my notes. And then, you know, Run DMC, my nigga, you know, come on, man.
You came
Furious
in at the right
5
time,
at that time.
You came at the right time, yo.
Yeah, that was like that was reality to me. You know what I'm saying? From the buttons, from the Diddy Bop to the fat laces. You know what I'm saying? On my Adidas to the even the Michael Jackson jackets, man. Wow. It was just like it was a vibe that hip hop had at the time, and the music and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, drew me in. You know what I'm saying? It came with everything. It came with the 5 elements. It didn't just come by itself. It came with everything. You know what I'm saying? From the breakdancing to the graffiti to the dressing. To the emceeing, to the DJing. So it came with all of that. And I fell in love with all of that. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I went to see Beat Street and shit, in the movies. Beat Street, and then I went to see Electric Boogaloo, the other shit.
That was the commercial
shit,
version.
But it was still dope, because it was like, you know.
That was the
bootleg version.
Beat Street was
but you know how they did it.
Beat Street was for us, Breaking was for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, we just supported it because it was just about hip hop, man. That was dope. So that's why, you know, I really I fell in love with hip hop then, and then as a fan, really listened to MCs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, well, at that time, you know, my favorite MC was Coogee Rap. You know what I'm saying? Coogee Rap is definitely my
good choice. Good choice.
But I went through, you know, I went through the Slick Rick, you know what I'm saying? Slick Rick, I love Slick Rick back then too. So it was just like, you know, it was I don't know, it's just that nigga's style, man. His format was crazy, his metaphors was nuts, and the way he spit it. You know what I'm saying? He was ahead of his time at that time. And of course, it was the 3, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and Coogee Rap to me. You know what I'm saying? And those 3 right there, they just made me like, you know, like as far as like my mentality of pushing me, like Run DMC gave me the rhythm, and that was, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to rhyme, but when I heard like G-Rap, like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, when I heard them, really, I was like,
they use words.
If I ever pick up this mic, I'm gonna have to like really like get the salute from these guys right here, because these are the top of the line MCs to me.
So
you know
let me ask
at that time.
This. What was it like? What was it like the first time you met G-Rap? What was it like the first time you met G-Rap?
Oh man, I was a fan, my nigga. I was a groupie. I was grouped out, nigga. I was grouped out. You already know, man. G-Rap is a down to earth motherfucker too. To this day, you know what I'm saying? He's just a down to earth nigga. But my nigga, when I met them, of course, man, I had to salute. I had to tell them stories when I was young, and tell them how much they fucking, you know, a groupie, but you know, real nigga. It's a real nigga. I can never be a groupie, but it's that real nigga love, but still like. I wanted to tell you this when I was a kid, my nigga, because at the end of the day, I don't know if you know, but I know that you made me pick up the mic. But when I picked up the mic, and I turned it into not a hobby now, it's a job for real, and I got to represent.
Right.
I got to make sure that the bar that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm on is got to be fucking with y'all, and y'all got to respect that.
That's right.
That'll be the end. That'll be the check mark. Like, yo, I'm doing it right. You know what I'm saying? And of course, when I met him, he was like, yo, my nigga, your pen is ill. You know what I'm saying? You crazy. He recited some rhymes to me, and I was just like, okay, my own rhymes to me. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right, man. You know what I'm saying? My forefathers that I grew up, you know what I'm saying, idolizing and seeing come up, they all saluted me and said I was doing a great job. And that was more than enough for me to be like, okay, I know I'm meant for this game right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Kane, Big Daddy Kane came to one of my shows. Big Daddy Kane came to one of my shows in Long Island. That nigga just surprised me out of nowhere. He's in VIP and he was in VIP and asked for me and shit. I was doing a show. It was my turn to rock and shit. That nigga said, yo, tell Cuban to come over here. He asked the club owner, and I went over here. I was like, oh shit. That's another brother right there that gave me nothing but love and you know, gave me the check mark.
That's peace, man. And I'm glad you mentioned.
And Rakim, I seen. And Rakim, I actually seen him in 161st. I was fucking going through the gun case 2000, and the nigga was he was in the same courtroom and shit.
Don't say
he saw me. He was like, "What's up, God?"
Yo,
Yeah,
son,
he was in some regular shit though, but I was doing the gunshot shit. But he gave me my love there. So I remember, I'm at the three pinnacle of rap. And Nas. Nas was the young nigga coming up at the time. Remember, Nas just came off of Live at the Barbecue.
Yes, sir.
Live at the Barbecue and
you know good lyrics, brother. But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Being and I understand what the 5 elements are, but I think the most unquoted element of hip hop is the imagination. Tell me about what you think about how important is the imagination?
The imagination is everything. I mean, that's beyond element. You know what I'm saying that's within the individual. You know what I'm saying, the individual. But if you put it to towards music and as far as hip hop, that's everything. That's everything. That's the world that you creating before the words come out your mouth. You understand? So that's everything. That's everything. And the imagination is a powerful thing, man. Nigga. That's a thought. Like, remember, idea. They go back to your shows, right?
Yes, sir.
It goes back to your show. Now, that idea is more powerful than anything when it's birthed in your brain.
That's right.
You understand? No, but you still gotta. Now it starts in your brain, but you gotta pull it to be reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, you have to make it reality. So you have to put other things together with that. But imagination is everything, though, man. You could take when you grab that mic and you use your imagination, you could take anybody to wherever you want to. If you put the right words together, you know what I'm saying, you take them everywhere.
That's right. You
take them to another planet if you want, and you make them believe it.
And I'm gonna add on to that, and because the imagination is so important, how important is mental health?
Mental health, of course, is very important, man. Yeah. Mental health is very, very important. I mean, that's your brain. You know what I'm saying? Your brain. You gotta make sure that the brain is right.
That's right, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You gotta keep good thoughts, man.
What they said though. No, you gotta, it's mental health is a very, very important thing for anybody to have. You don't have to be a rapper, man, but as far as that, you're a crazy motherfucker. But sometimes, see, the crazy thing about this is like most genius and most crazy niggas that we love are crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You understand? Like the genius niggas that made it to the top and are incredible. Like these niggas is nuts.
Talk
like,
to them. It's all cool up there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you see, you got the R. Kellys. R. Kelly's a nut. That nigga's a fucking nutcase. But he's the best ever to touch that R&B from R&B mic. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Pun was a nut. It's crazy, my nigga. Y'all niggas know Pun. That's my brother. But that nigga was psycho. And he was the best.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. These niggas. Yeah, I'm telling you. Sometimes this genius shit is the best of the best are a little crazy,
Speaking of Pun, can you tell us how you and Pun met?
We met Shanano. We met up the hill, nigga. 158, playing ball, playing basketball. We met briefly. Nice? We used to just play. Nice? We was the young crowd. We was the young niggas.
Was Pun nice?
We was the young niggas, though. Remember, so we can. Pun was nice, my nigga. Ed Goya, nigga, that's for real. That's Ed Goya. Yeah, that nigga used to dunk for real. That nigga, he had hops. I used to dunk too, though. Don't get that twisted. I'm 5'8". Nigga, telling you, nigga don't believe me though, man. Nigga don't believe me. But anyway, how you call it? Yeah, we met each other playing ball, but he was older, so he used to rock with Hunk and them niggas. Remember Hunk and Proctor? Remember Proctor?
Yeah.
That nigga, them niggas beast. Them niggas is beast, my nigga. Big Al and all them niggas. Niggas used to like boof the shit, like do like fucking Dominique Wilkins shit. One of them courts.
Yeah.
We used to just play in the biddies. We had one little half court, you know what I'm saying, that we used to play for the young niggas. And right there I used to play, but that's when I seen when I first left.
I think Cuban got disconnected for a second.
To have shit. Yeah, somebody called me. So you know what I'm saying? He was in them courts where we met, man, right up the branch. And then later on, my man Triple Sace, you know, he brought him to my house, like in front of my building and shit, to come outside and chill and shit. And then he took us to his crib, and that's when I got to know, you know what I'm saying, Chris, like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we already knew, like, you know what I'm saying, like our energy just, you know what I'm saying, that shit was best friends from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my brother like, that I never had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pun was a good dude, man. He was a straight comedian too. The nigga had joke for days. Yo, what happened with Full Eclipse? Like, Full Eclipse was killing it in the hood. What happened with Full Eclipse? Y'all just decided to disband the group, or it was just that
Full Eclipse was the foundation. That's what started everything. That was me and Pun first. I mean, I named it Full Eclipse.
Lyrical Assassin,
Big Dog the Punisher, Sace, and Tomb, the sick one. But yeah, I mean, Full Eclipse is what started. We started making noise. Rest in peace to Uncle B. That was my guy, our guy, really, from LES, man. You know what I'm saying? Big, you know, big dude from the streets at that time, and he took a liking in us. And you know, he got his little vest. I don't know if you remember, Shannon, like the vest and the hoodies and the shit we had.
Leather vest,
t-shirts, yeah. So we got, you know, he's kind of sponsored this and took us, you know, to the next level with as far as that, and we started making noise. And that's when Joe heard of us, like, you know, through the noise we was making through Forest Projects, and he heard of Full Eclipse, and then he heard about a fat dude that was down with us that was lyrical. So I mean, actually, I did the introduction. One day we was chilling in a bodega, the grocery store right there, 166 and 10, and it was just me and Pun, and we was waiting for other niggas, and while we was waiting, this nigga Joe pulled up, and he went to the store, so, you know, whatever, to cop a soda or something. So the nigga Pun told me, hey, yo, Pun, tell him I want to spit for him. You know what I'm saying? At that time, we didn't know him like that. I knew him from like softballs and shit. Like he played softball, so I was around him, but not like that either.
That was some Bronx shit right there. Softball, I used to love that shit, yo.
Yeah, that nigga Joe was into that softball shit. So, you know, well, I went into the store and I told the nigga, yo, my nigga, it's cool, my brother, you know, spit a little verse for your shit. He was like, cool, let me just get this, you know, this Diet Pepsi, whatever. So he paid for the shit and came outside, and nigga Pun blew his mind away. You know what I'm saying? He spit that rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yo, what he said? What Pun said?
Snatch the moon out the sky.
Yeah. Me and my brothers play hardball, strictly hardcore lyrics till I finish breaking God's laws. God's law, but I gotta do it. I'm feeling hot and booted. You might get shot and lose a lot of fluid. Spot I blew it at an early age, ever since the curly braids. I will earn a wage with the 30 gauge. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
That nigga Pun was body and shit back then, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he blew that nigga Joe's mind up with that, and Joe took a loving to him. And he already seen the money circling in his head. but that's what really kind of broke up the Full Eclipse. It never broke up because Pun didn't let it, and I didn't let it. And you know what I'm saying? We always kept that energy with us. But Joe wanted just Pun. You know what I'm saying? He wanted just Pun, and he didn't want us. So, you know what I'm saying? The deal he had with Pun was that, yo, when you get on, you know, you can put your mans on, but I'm gonna fuck with you, which is all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he started fucking with all of us because he, you know, the world and the people let him know, the fans let him know we had a talent. You know what I'm saying? Within ourselves. So then he wanted to fuck with us later on, which he did, you know what I'm saying? Because he got me the deal and he was doing my managing shit. So he was actually managing all of us through Terror Squad. So instead of like Pun, you know what I'm saying, putting us under Pun, like Pun putting us under him, like Pun also wanted Joe to like us, though. You know what I'm saying? He wanted that family type of energy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we proved ourselves, my nigga. You know, Spanish motherfuckers, Spanish and black motherfuckers from the hood, and we came and we made noise, man. Especially Puerto Rican motherfucker.
That's it.
Puerto Rican motherfucker that took over and really planted the flag for Boricuas, man. And
That's right.
as far as like the real lyrical bar, you know what I'm saying? Lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Because Spanish niggas was known for breakdancing, graffiti, and all that extra shit. But when it came to emceeing, like niggas, they wasn't putting no Spanish nigga like up there. You know what I'm saying? With the tops.
That's
and
right.
Pun was that dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yo,
That's right.
so Pun puts out classic Capital Punishment album. What's next? Terror Squad group deal, or you end up getting your solo deal?
No, first it was off the books, remember?
Yeah.
Off the books was very important for me, for my career, because that's what this nigga Pun just took me to this nigga Juju house in Queens, and I was supposed to go because Joe was like, yo, don't take these niggas, man, go over by yourself. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Pun was like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, and then he'll take me and Stace. So he took me over there with me and Stace, and they played us that beat, that doo doo doo. They played that shit. I was like, all right, this shit's strange as fuck, but this shit dope. This hip hop.
I love that song, man.
I
was actually watching. I watched that video quite often, man, and you definitely held your own on it. Rhyming with a titan like Pun. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta understand that I'm the only nigga who got 8 bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I let my presence be known as far as like, a little quotable there with Fly Pelican Fly, you know what I'm saying, and all of that.
Right.
With 8 bars, I let motherfuckers know who Cuban Link was. So that was an achievement for me because it was like, yo, that song was actually pushed by the Beatnuts Relativity, the record label. So they made a video, you know what I'm saying? That's the first time they actually saw Pun in the flesh. They heard Pun before, but they never saw who he was. And, that's when everybody knew he was a Puerto Rican motherfucker. Everybody thought he was black. You know what I'm saying? So when they show that video and they're pushing Pun, of course, because it was a hot song. Funkmaster Flex was on it. They was pushing that shit on the extra. I got that pushing that love too, because I was part of them. You know what I'm saying? I was part of that song. So that song was very important. That's actually the song that got me a deal with Atlantic Records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That put Cuban Link out there.
I was just about to say that because I was gonna be like, well, being that Joe just wanted Pun initially, and then once that single came out and you was featured on that, you know what I'm saying? I know Joe was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, he became my best friend.
Right.
He was real friendly after that, nigga. I put him in power. I put him in power because Pun was already signing Loud, so Pun couldn't sign no other. You know what I'm saying? It was just Loud, Steve Rifkin. Now you got Cuban Link coming out of nowhere. Everybody asking for him because he was in that video. He spit some fire. You know what I'm saying? He down with Terror Squad too. So now here goes the money chip for Joe. Now he got a bargaining tool. It was a bidding war, really. You know what I'm saying? It was Bad Boy. It was Atlantic Records. It was.
Just stop for a second. I just want to stop for a second. Because now the fan in me now. Cuban Link on Bad Boy. That'd have been a different energy right there, son.
That would have been a nice marriage, but I'm
just saying, yo.
But we were hardcore niggas.
Right.
Like
I'm just in my imagination. That's it. I'm just being a fan. That's all.
No, I think it could have worked. I think I'm the one who wrote
Senorita one, right?
Yeah, Senorita for the hook actually for Puff Daddy. So they needed, they needed my work at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I came through. And that was something that that was a big record actually on the underground because they never made it a video or nothing. But it was a big record for the Spanish audience to love, because that's what Puff wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Get in tune with the Spanish shit because he was fucking with J-Lo at the time. So it was that whole Spanish and black thing that he was moving with. So that song right there, you know what I'm saying? He blew the Puerto Rican Day Parade every time he sang that song. So, I didn't get no credit. To this day, I wish that somebody fucking would ask the nigga live and give him my credit. Yo, that nigga Cuban Link wrote the hook. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? That at this time, a day right now, like all my attributes that I've done, like they're not really being put the right way. You know what I'm saying? And because there's other people out there, with the microphone. And, you know what I'm saying? I wish certain people would just be like, yo, I
Right.
did this, he
Salute.
did that, because I did do a lot of motherfucking things, but it gets covered behind because they want it that way.
Yeah,
Man, I
But
believe,
yeah, man,
man.
it was a journey, definitely a journey, man, definitely a journey.
Speaking of that journey, yo, what keeps you grounded, man?
Ah, man, the morals that I came with, man, my moms, my dad,
Right.
life, wisdom.
That's right. That's right. Keep talking, brother. Talk that talk, brother.
Yeah, the friends that I had around, and the
That's right.
friends that did, the fake friends also, you know what I'm saying, that I learned from that, as far as
Necessary. That's right.
some of the real niggas that really stood by me, you know what I'm saying. There's still some, even though in this game we get a lot, because a lot of people come up. We're talking about my day ones is always gonna be there,
right.
and they've been there, you know what I'm saying. But
Your journey, yo. Your journey.
bumps in the head, my nigga, bumps in the head. You already know.
No, man.
They're making mistakes,
your
bumps in the
journey.
head. That's the best teacher sometimes, man. And
That's
it is what it is, man. Trusting niggas you're not supposed to. The lessons after that, and even though you know what I'm saying, it is what it is to this day. I love hip hop. I love music. I love doing my thing. So that's never gonna stop for me. I'll be 80 years old still fucking making fucking rhymes. That's me, because I love music. And
right.
and the sad thing is that though, that me getting the thing that I love as far as my music out there became so hard because of the problems that established through the relationships, with
Relationship.
what I'm saying, with the Joe and the Terror Squad shit, the separation, through all of that, and it's crazy, but it's, like I said, it's a beautiful journey. I'll take nothing away from it. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, like these type of stories are told in the Bible. For real. For real. That's why I can still feel comfort, and me be like, I'm not the first one who went through this shit. Because this nigga, it goes to the Bible with certain stories, and the greed of men, and 7 deadly sins, and it just goes deep, and I'm into that.
Yes, sir.
I'm into that type of shit, and just understanding it, and really, I was angry before. I'm not angry no longer, because I know what you hate only because you envy, or you don't have something that I have.
That's right.
That fear makes you hate.
That's right.
So it's like I feel sorry for you. Like I feel sorry for you more. I'm saying, like, for that person, I feel sorry for them, that they have to lie. They have to believe in something that is false.
Insecurity. Insecurity, man.
Yeah, it's just that. It's that, and I feel like that. I feel like really it took a lot of grown up shit, for me to do. Because before I was always on my hood. Well, my hood tactics, and also on my manhood shit, and on my real nigga shit. I always been on that, and I never been the starter or the fight nigga. I never been the problem maker.
That's right.
They made me
a problem solver.
and problems. I mean, I'm just dead. Like, I'll get it popping if you fuck with one nigga I love. Anything I love, you fuck with it, I'm the first nigga jumping out the window for that. You know what I'm saying? And I represent it. I call scars for shit like that. And not that I regret the scars, because actually some people that I caught scars for, they're fuck with my ops right now. You know what I'm saying? And they done turn their whole shit 360, regardless how much blood spill I shed it for them, for our friends. So it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, wow. So it's almost like, yo, like it's like surreal right now. Like, is this a fucking novella? Is this a fucking like soap opera shit? Because I don't understand how niggas could do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how niggas like, I gave you shit that I know because I loved you. You know what I'm saying? If it was around, you felt my love because I did certain things for you that other niggas wouldn't do. And not just money. It was like, other things that I held to my heart, because that was my love. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is my motherfucking gesture of love, of friendship, solidifying our friendship, that how much I love you. So if you took that token and you understood it, and later on in life, you know what I'm saying? Like, real niggas return favors, and it has to do nothing with money. in return for love, with love.
Talk about that. That's right.
With a phone call, with a "What's up? How you doing, my nigga? I hope you're good through these times." You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, especially when you did it for them. So that shit got that shit. I'm getting past that now.
Yeah.
Still motherfuckers coming out the woodworks talking about, you know, they act like, you know, like the shit ain't sweet, and I'm like, oh my god.
Okay.
So it takes a lot for me not to punch them in their motherfucking mouth. Like it does, my nigga. It took a lot of growing up and a lot of understanding, because I'm never stupid, but I was looking stupid on camera, and I was looking like the hater because I'm a little angry because I'm saying the truth and y'all niggas ain't believing me. So it's that really.
Right.
It wasn't that complicated. And you know, I'm on my hood tactics, so I'm a little drunk sometimes, but I'm saying the truth, and I'm looking like the hater, cause everybody, you know, the other niggas is winning, I guess, and I'm losing, I guess, to them. But at the end of the day, it was the reverse, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was, my morals are intact and always been.
Right.
Tell us about the recording process that you had for actually, I think my favorite song from you, which is Flowers for the Dead, that you dedicated to Pun. The one thing out of many about that song that I definitely admire is that you actually wrote that song. And now, in contrast, when that song dedicated to Biggie, I'm Missing You, I thought Puffy wrote that. Come to find out, Sauce Money wrote that. So I know with you being Pun's best friend.
I was there before they released that song. Actually, I was in Daddy house.
Wow.
And Puff Daddy house. Remember, at that time I did the Senorita, so I was around there with Joe, with Pun, and I remember the nigga Puff took Joe into the other studio, and he let Joe hear that, and Joe came back and said, "Yo, that shit crazy. That nigga gonna blow up." Like, you know, he liked that shit, so he was talking about that song. But yeah, Source Money wrote that for him. Yep.
Yeah.
But I really, but listen, the thing about Flowers for the Dead is that I wrote that before Pun passed, my nigga.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Before Pun passed, I wrote that song. So it's a crazy, like, that was a crazy, eerie song to me. You know, I did that song because everybody was just doing the song. A lot of people died, like Pac died. You know what I'm saying? Biggie.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of MCs would do songs about, you know, mourning their homies and shit like that. So that song actually got inspired by Gangsta Lean. That song, this song's dedicated. Know that shit?
Right.
Homies. That Gangsta Lean. I love that shit. So, and I didn't have nobody really like close to me die at the time. Like I was just loving the sentiment in it and the passion in it as an artist. So I said, you know what? I got this song. I got this beat. I forgot who made this beat to this day. But when I got my deal with Atlantic Records, I got those first 5 beats, and I heard that beat. That was Days of Our Lives. Ding, 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 ding. That shit just poured out pain in a beautiful way to me. So I just started writing, man. I started writing, and then I was hanging out with this salsa singing nigga named Domingo. And he talked English, and we was just in the studio, and I started writing the hook. I was like, yo, he never did fucking like English before, and he wanted to venture in that way. So the nigga's nice. The nigga got a dope voice. So I put him in the booth, and you know what I'm saying? After I wrote the shit, and he would just sing it. He sung that shit with power. It's just the beat took him there. You know what I'm saying? To the next level. Yeah. Of course, I was the director with the stick, but yeah. Once he did that hook, my nigga, I just went in. Remember, Pun wasn't dead yet. Now that's when we going back to the imagination.
Yeah.
As you said earlier. Now I gotta imagine this shit, because this shit, you know, because the hook was already done. I'm hearing the hook. Now I gotta match the hook, the pain of the hook with some imagine how you call it? Some imaginary real shit.
It's a vision.
Yeah, because remember, I didn't have that pain in my heart yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That pain wasn't there because it wasn't nobody that really close to me died like that. So I wrote that first verse, like, twin, we've been best friends ever since we were little kids. All of that shit was there, my nigga.
Yes, sir. That was live. That was for real, yeah.
But that's before Pun died, my nigga. The second verse was about the second verse was about some regular it was about a girl dying that I made my imagination, some girl dying. It was like my chick, she died in the car crash and shit like that. So I made it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was still just as dedicated to the ones, never changed that either. So the first verse and the third verse I never changed. The only thing I changed was the second verse. So now my brother dies. No, I let him hear it. After I finished Still Telling Lies. I feel Still Telling Lies. The Dame un beso en mi pecho. I did that song, and then I did Flowers for the Dead, and it was called Flowers for the Dead. And I went to Sony Studios, and I let my brother hear it, so he could check out. You know what I'm saying? What I'm working on. He wanted to hear some joints. I let him hear it. That nigga heard that shit. That shit is beautiful, nigga. That shit is beautiful. He was choked up by that song, but he didn't. You know, he was on some hardcore shit at the time. I'm the one that started venturing into doing that. Yeah, I was doing that motherfucking Gloria Estefan shit, like, you know. So his wife heard it too, because, you know, Liza was there, and then after I played the song, you know, she took me outside. I went outside. She followed me. She said, "You wrote that about him, didn't you?" And I said, "What? I didn't write that about him. That was about just fucking song, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like." It just feels like the spirit is that serious, but I didn't write that about him. And about 3 months later, my brother passes away.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like I said, I just changed about 4 bars in the first verse and added his name in it. And the second verse I wrote over just for him about our memories. And the third verse I kept the same. So that's why it was an eerie song to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to this day, that's the song they know Cuban Link for.
Yeah. Yo, you and I both know where we came from. You know, where we came from, everybody, either they wanted to get on in hip hop or they wanted to play ball. Everybody wanted to make it out the hood. So what was it like when you first signed that deal? How'd you feel? You know, and just where were you at? What mind frame were you in when you signed your first deal?
Oh man, I wasn't even trying to leave the hood like that, but then life changed for me because I got married at 21.
Nice.
I had a son at 21, so life kind of changed at that time. But if those situations didn't happen, I would have stood in the hood forever because I still was in the hood with the red NXX parked in my mom's. You know, my mom still lived in the hood.
Oh, he broke up.
Yeah, we were still in the hood, my nigga. Like, Pun was hood fabulous. He was still living in, he was living in over there by Beach Avenue and all of that.
Yeah.
So we were still like in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I got my deal. Through Atlantic Records. I found out, Joe came to me and he told me, "Yo, I got you a deal through Atlantic. We're gonna go with Atlantic." Atlantic, I gave him a multi-million-dollar deal for Terror Squad record because of me signing directly to Atlantic Records and not to him. So he got me signed to Atlantic Records directly. So I was like Atlantic Records actually artist. And from there he got the Terror Squad deal, which they gave him like $10 million, something like that, to do that deal. So yeah, so when he says things that Cuban Link ain't done nothing for him, he got to put it in perspective. When I know the business now and we can recollect like real situations, and that's what happened.
Cut out for a second.
I had a juicy part too.
Hey, the money was good back then, man. The budgets that the record labels had.
Especially if you was head spearing them, especially if you was if you was the one that was making them deals, shit.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know. Can y'all see me?
Yeah. Now we can hear you though.
I don't know what the hell going on over there. Let me see. Yeah, I can't see myself. I see the cam. The cam is off. Now it's on. I don't know. Maybe it's dark in here.
Nah, click back, log. I guess leave out and then come back into the broadcast.
How you leave out? Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
He'll be back.
For those that's in the room, like, comment, subscribe. If you got questions for Cuban, put it down in the chat. We make sure we ask him some questions. take some questions from the chat for Cuban.
Yo, he's a funny dude, man. I could imagine growing up in the hood with the brothers.
Yeah, always been a good dude.
Nice. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You back. You left off saying that now that you can recollect and now that you know the business, that you was able to help him broker a $10 million deal. Your mic is muted.
Your mic.
Your mic on.
Your mic.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, yeah, I helped that because of they wanted. I was in such demand after Pun because they already seen what Pun did. He already sold $1 million. So now the next one up is, of course, Cuban Link. You know, Pretty Boy style, whatever. They took a liking to me. They was the highest bidder, Atlantic Records. So yeah, through that, you know, if Joe ever tells the real story, I mean, that's the reason why he got his Terror Squad deal through that, and he was able to sign. Then he needed artists, so he was able to sign, you know, the Saces, the Shorty Prospect, the Armageddon. You know what I'm saying? That's when he got that Terror Squad deal, and then you know he gave us a little chump change when we did the Terror Squad deal. He gave all of us chump change. You know what I'm saying? Now knowing how much he got back then, it was like, yo, damn, this nigga really was caking off us, and he acting like we didn't do nothing for him, and he really caked off. And which is all right, man. You just say it, man. Say it, like own up to it. Because I would love to make my nigga money. I love that, but my nigga needs to talk, you know, the truth and reciprocate that love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Just say the truth, and that's how you prove, you know, you're my nigga. But if you're not my nigga, then you do exactly what you was doing, stealing, hiding. You know what I'm saying? Saying that this is not it. You know what I'm saying? Making us look like lies and shit when we saying the truth, shit like that. So that was the thing. But like I said, man, you know, some people put that money beyond everything, and that fucks up the morals of the individual. You know.
Yeah. We got a question from the chat. It's GT says, when is the Miami single coming out and the new album?
Oh, my brother, we got some fire right now, man. That's what we not touching right now, because after 10 years, I put that pen back to the paper, and I got some. I got some fire, man. I got some fire, man. I got that caveman fire, man. The 2 rocks rubbing, and then I got the new shit, the future fire, man, with the laser beams. So I'm taking y'all on the journey, man. I'm back on it. I got some hot beats. I'm doing my own thing. COK Entertainment is the latest, and I gotta do it. You know, I'm in a position where life already told me I have to make. If I'm gonna make it, I gotta make it on my own, and it has to be the way I have to do it, because I'm the only one who know how to do it. Shit.
No, and I'll be honest with you too, man. Your voice is a necessary voice in hip hop, I believe, man.
It is.
So, you know, what's the dream project? Like, who do you want to work with now that you can call your own shot?
I'm not even looking for anybody to work, man, because I've been a team player. I've shown it. You know what I'm saying? I've shown it through Terror Squad. I've shown it through Full Eclipse. I've shown it through Bang Bang Boogie. I've shown it through a lot of things. That I love working with a team. But the thing with a team is that everybody is too many minds involved, and if the minds are not about the same goal,
right,
then it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm on my Dolo Manolo shit.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm really concentrating on making some just bangers and songs that Cuban feels that they dope, and they've been coming out, you know, kind of scorching, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got great vibes from people that heard it. So I'm on the right track again, man. I really want to get it. I want to get the shit a double barrel try. You know what I'm saying? I want to do the English shit and I'm gonna do the Spanish shit.
Nice.
I'll put that Spanish M16 bullet in there, and I'll put that motherfucking 50 caliber, you know what I'm saying, English bullet in there. So I'm gonna give them best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, Zane.
And I'm doing a book also, my nigga. I'm doing a book with my brother Pete. You know what I'm saying? Me and Pete gonna do the book, my nigga.
Word? Okay.
Yeah. We gonna call that shit Linkfamous. You know what I'm saying? They stopped me from being fucking famous, so I'm infamous, right? So okay, Linkfamous.
There you go. See how that imagination works? See how that imagination works?
Oh, imagination is the best part. That's the best part. Yeah. So we got that. We got that. We got the documentary also coming. You know what I'm saying? My link to Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Telling my story all the way from back then to now, and then and also got a little series, a little series popping. You know what I'm saying? Called Scars and shit. But we all got to get like I said. I got to do everything. I got to do everything in-house, CLK Entertainment. So we need some budgets, man. We need some big budgets for shit like in this imagination. So I'm trying to get it popping. I'm trying to make it work. And I think the world will be happy with Cuban Link right now, man. So I got to give the world, I got to give them a little taste of Cuban Link again. That's all.
That's it.
Hey, Cuban, you had came out with a song, What Would You Do? That was like the Ride or Die Bonnie Clyde joint right there.
Yeah.
Tell me about the when you wrote that, and what was the recording process for that? Was that something that you took a while with, or it just came right there and you was able to knock it out quick as far as doing the song?
Well, that was back in like 2004, like 2003. I got my my bad. I came out with Chain Reaction in 2005 with MOB Records, and that was actually like 2010, 11 when I got my fever. I got my fever back up. Every 5 years I get my little fever. You know what I'm saying? To get back on that shit. Because life just gets at you. And I'm a nigga like I go back to the music off and on.
Right.
But I did a couple of singles back then. That was one of the joints I did. I did like 4 or 5 joints. You know what I'm saying? Just to do them because I had the fever. And that was one I did, and I never got a chance to finish it. And then, 3 years ago, I put it out and actually do a video with my man GT, and I put it into words and shit like that. But that was just a song and that was another one. It's that was me going through the transformation that I'm in now. So right now, I'm in a happy state of my life. I'm in a, you know what I'm saying, where everything is understood, even the past.
Ooh, say that again. Say that one more time, bro.
As far as like, me getting the knowledge and wisdom of what I got today, of understanding of certain situations which made me more calmer and more really focused on myself instead of other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was part of the transformation. That's why it's called Would You? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would your friends do? Because anything I do is always a real twist to it. And I never did a song about bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I always had a little message, you know what I'm saying, about things. So that's really a song that goes to the heart, to actually your circle, man, to what would people that really love you do? You know what I'm saying? Right. And those are the questions that I wrote. And that's another thing, too. I write my whole fucking songs from the hook all the way to the verses, to the intro, to the outro. So, that's me, too. Even though I put another nigga to sing it, but that's me, really. That's my words. But
so the 24K album,
yeah,
you had Still Telling Lies, which was produced by the Neptunes. You have Flowers for the Dead.
Yep.
You have everything lined up, but Atlantic fronted and they put the album out. What was their rationale for not putting the album out?
Well, back then the excuse was that the pre-orders wasn't what they expected. I guess, like, back then they used to do the projecting amount of people, like how much you're gonna sell and all of that. And I think that the projected, it was like 75,000 the first week, and they expected more from me, because they did put a lot of money into my budget. They gave me a $1.4 million album budget.
Damn.
But that's for the album. That's not. Listen, I only got 50,000 from that, a bonus for my pocket. For my pocket, that was my advance. Now for actually marketing, studio budget, producers, everything. That was 1.4. So you know what I'm saying. Who handled that? That was Joe handling certain things. Back then, that was that I wasn't even included in my own shit. As far as like paying niggas for beats and using people, so shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now that I caught on to what was going on, so he was milking the motherfucking budget dry, and Atlantic was actually taking a long time. So I did take a year to do that album, the 24K album, because they kept pushing things back, and they just didn't promote me right. They didn't promote me to the right avenues right. In my view, Joe was in the middle of that. He was my manager, so he was the voice between Atlantic and myself. And he wasn't really on his 100% job on my project because he already had his money from the Terror Squad album. So that nigga, you know, he doing over there, he doing him instead of actually playing my manager, which I'm giving him 20% of everything I do. It's not like I'm just saying you're my manager, nigga. Come help me. It's like I'm giving you 20% of my shows, 20% of my features, everything you're getting 20% of. So
yo, hold on. Cuban. So let me get this straight. So that was you had a 360 situation before a 360 deal even exists?
I guess that if that was what a 360 deal was, that's what it was. But it was more of word from us, from the hood, from a team, from a family. You know what I'm saying? Like we made it together. I seen what he did for Pun. You know what I'm saying? You know, I seen the family growing. I'm only here to play my position, so my loyalty is 100 with y'all. You know what I'm saying? With him. So I give him 100% loyalty, what he wanted to do, which is double dipping. I mean, you can't be my label and you can't be my manager at the same time. But I didn't know that. But he was still giving that love because that was just protocol. It was like, you know, that's what he did with Pun. So that's what we doing with you. We keeping that rocking. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no problem with that either. Even I know that was a jerky thing. I didn't give a fuck if that nigga would have did his job. If he would have did his job, if he would have did his 100% job by a nigga, I would have still been giving that nigga 20%. But then he started, you know what I'm saying, taking advantage of shit. Now he getting 20% of all of us. Remember, it's Armageddon, Sace, me, Tony Sunshine. Now he getting 20% from all of us. Now he got different labels that he's milking them already. So he's doing a lot and he's getting a lot, but he's not finishing it up. He's leaving it unfinished. So that's what happened with me in Atlantic. We lost connection. I wasn't talking to them. Joe was talking to them. Next thing you know, they shelved my album. So now they shelved my album. Now I guess who comes up and who looks like the you know, and I had a pretty good album. I had some songs there that would have rocked. You know what I'm saying? To this day. So so who comes out of nowhere with the they chose me to do it. And he comes out with his album. You know what I'm saying? This Jealous One Still Envy album. After Pun passes away, so he catches all of that. I'm talking business terms. So he catches all the momentum of, you know, what's coming up from Terror Squad next. Okay, they shelf my album. Yeah, they shelf my album out of nowhere without you having to say anything about it. Right. So I'm sure you was like sticking up for me there, guy. You know right. I'm sure you have my back in there. So they shelf my motherfucking shit up. And I don't know where his shit come out with R. Kelly, with all the big, you know, he did, you know, with us, all the shit. And, you know, me and him had problems. We split up because of things that, you know, of other things. Bad situations happen. And we split up. And then, you know, he got to run away with it. You know what I'm saying? And everything fell the way that he planned it out. You know?
It seems like that hiatus, man, is turned you sharp. So now you're on your own. And you're working for yourself, man. That's the greatest power any man can have, man. But what about the game? What about the game? I use the game as in terms as it is. Kind of left a bad taste in your mouth. Like, I mean, you explained about Joe, but was there anything else that you had to go through to be like, yo, fuck this game? Yo?
I mean, I could say that. I could say that all day, but then it goes back to I love my music. But actually, the game, you know, you have to separate. I had to separate the game, the actual game, from the music, because you need the game actually to get it out there. Now it's a little easier with social media and all of that, but you know, you want to be part of the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You want to get on that radio. You want to get love from the people so they can acknowledge your acknowledgments and get some awards. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that. You want to be part of the circle. So when you actually not, and you're the black sheep, I also learned that that's a fucking that's actually a compliment nowadays.
Wow. You know, Vegas said the same thing.
Yeah, but nowadays it's a compliment for me to be the black sheep. So, you know, I take that and I run with it, because at the end of the day, when I see the industry and everything that's going on, I know I wouldn't fit in.
Right.
I know I wouldn't fit in. So at the same time, it's like it's a blessing and it's a curse. I wish that it would change, you know, but the industry is just showing its true colors. It's been like this. You know what I'm saying? The industry been like this. So it's like I just didn't know it was like that. You know what I'm saying? That a person's morals and their values will be used against them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And then they push their agenda. At the end of the day, it's really the money that talks when you're in that game. So it's whatever the companies say that the artists should do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I can't be that type of artist.
Yeah. Same.
Relating to back then, you know, back when you was Terror Squad era and stuff like that. Who were some of your favorite producers to work with?
Well, the Neptunes was dope. I met Pharrell. Like when
you now you got my imagination going crazy because I can hear you. I can name 1,000. I can name good 2 producers that you can have a nice project with, and it would go out the fucking roof, son.
But see, what I'm saying is that what I'm doing now is I'm not even
totally different. Absolutely.
I'm not even checking for names because like you know I'm starting from foundation where it's just like me, my pen, and a hot ass beat.
Absolutely.
So what I'm doing now, my nigga, really is going to beatstars.com, and they got 1 million motherfucking beats there, and I go to whatever mood I feel, and I check over 1,000 beats before I choose that one that I love, and then I go talk to that producer, and I make him a deal, and I'm buying that motherfucking beat, and I'm doing what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, names to me means nothing because I got to get the point. You know what I'm saying? Because the name Cuban Link to certain niggas that knew me, that I gave love to.
That's right.
It didn't mean shit to them. So
Your mic went out, Cuban.
you know who's calling me right now? Fucking Keith Murray right now. He's right now.
Say a word.
That's my word. Keith Murray just called me right now.
Hey, Cuban, do this for me. Whenever you speak to Keith.
Yo, shout out to Keith Murray if he's listening to the
Shout
show.
out
I
to
don't know.
Murray.
Yo, Cuban, I'm gonna talk to you afterwards about Keith Murray because I want to talk to him too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll plug you in definitely.
Yo,
Tretch, I got Tretch too. If you want to interview Tretch.
Yeah. Yo, so let me say two quick stories about Cuban and how cool of a dude he is. So first, I know I was sharing with y'all before, like y'all had a dude come to my house to look at my HVAC system, and he seen like the posters and shit on the wall. He was like, "Yo, where you from?" I was like, "I'm from the Bronx." He was like, "Yo, you heard of Terror Squad? You Big Pun, Cuban Link this time?" I'm like, "Yeah, Cuban Link, my man. I grew up with him." Yo, so I FaceTime Cuban. I think I called you or text you first, and like, "Yo, you free or whatever?" He was like, "Nah, I'm driving something."
Yeah, I was driving.
Yeah, so I FaceTime Cuban. Cuban gets on and talks to the dude or whatever, and then after it's Cuban like, "Yo, he give you a deal on the HVAC shit or whatever?" Cuban was like, yo, take care of my man, this, that, or whatever. And then today, Cuban texted me and was like, "Yo, what's the address where I need to pull up at?" I'm like, "Nah, man, it's virtual. Just slow it." But Cuban, yo, he always been a real nigga since it was just Phil, you know, hooping in the court, playing ball, football, whatever it was. It's always a good dude, bro, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. We keep those memories like gold right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm in my golden era. So you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, boy. Talk that shit, boy. Yeah, son.
Certain memories. I hold as gold, and others I hold as I had to let go, but I won't forget.
Right.
So I'm like, definitely those memories that I grew up in the ranch by the ranch and Lilvilles, and you know, like Shannon could tell you, like that started a whole movement. Besides the 164th, of course, you know what I'm saying. That's like I got introduced into hip hop, and I already came with that hip hop love when I came to that block. You know what I'm saying? When I was 15, I came to a Union in Prospect in 167. And then I met, you know what I'm saying, the brothers right here. I met Shannon, I met Pete, you know what I'm saying, my brother, you know, Chad, JQ, you know what I'm saying, people that would later on, you know, play like a big piece, because that's where also I met Pun. Like, so all of that together, you know what I'm saying, was the foundation. And to me, my golden like moments was those moments right there when we started, and we was banging in the motherfucking hallways. Sage was banging in the beats in the hallways in 811. right there, and we had them ciphers, my nigga, because that turned into being a hobby to a real career. You know what I'm saying? The niggas knowing really fucking Lil Phil, that's Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? Lyrical Assassin, that's Cuban Link around the world. And you know what I'm saying? Niggas put their flags up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas put that flag up as far as like, you know, Home Street and Prospect and Union and that side of the world. We went in there and we put a flag and we took the hood with us. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Pun never forgot about the hood. Never. To this day, I go back to Louisville's and to the ranch and I say, what's up? So, you know what I'm saying? You know, we kept it authentic. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that I know that, you know, my street niggas always gonna salute it. You know what I'm saying? Even though the business side went left, but you know, those street niggas with honor, with integrity and loyalty, they could look up to a nigga like me and be like, yo, I salute you, brother. And that salute means more than any motherfucking check in the world to me sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Just hearing that.
Yeah. Yo, in retrospect, is there anything you would have did different?
I wouldn't have did anything different, brother. That is the beautiful thing about life and destiny. We go through what we go through. So if we strong enough, we get out of it with motherfucking with a classic. If we don't get out of it, then we done fucked up. But God would not put me in this path if he didn't know I was strong enough to get over it and really do what I need to do. So I'm happy for it.
That's right, man. And that's good. I'm glad you're talking like that, man. That's dope.
Before you dip, let me ask you this one thing, because we was talking briefly before we started on the live about this whole like the Kanye situation with the recording contract shit and all that or whatever. Like, in this day and age, is it necessary to even have a recording contract?
You always got to put things black and white. That never stop. I mean, that's never going to change. You got to sign a contract with whatever entity you're representing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's valuable in court, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on a fucking napkin or it's in a regular paper, you know, in a real contract. Yeah, and I heard Kanye, yeah, he made, but that's deja vu. Look how deja vu was. Wasn't that the problem, or the dispute that Dame and Jay-Z had, and that's why they broke up, because Dame owned, you know, Reasonable Doubt, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Jay-Z, he didn't want to sell it to Jay for a certain price, and Jay took him to court, I guess, and he forced him to sell it. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's what Kanye's saying about what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, something like that.
Yeah, yo, Kanye contract, he signed, it looked like it was like over 100 some pages in his contract. For the contract you signed, was it a situation where they was asking you to give them their first 6 albums or something like that?
Yeah, my nigga, that was a standard contract. It was
6 albums.
Your first albums, Atlantic Records, yes, 6 albums.
Wow.
I get like 0.14, like 14 cents out of every fucking album sold. Like bullshit. Like that we know. I'm like at the same time, I'm trusting Joe, because, you know, Pun trusted Joe, so it went down the line like that. Was like, you know, stupidity, but by loyalty and by default, because we trust and had the blind eye when it came to, you know what I'm saying, somebody that we should have been overlooking, and that's all. It was that type of shit, but yeah, that was a standard contract, 6 albums. And you can only renegotiate if after 3 albums, some shit. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like he's from my era. Kanye's from the era that I'm from. So at the end of the day, he signed that contract with Jay and him. Oh yeah, it's bonded in the courtroom. So now he got to do what he got to do. He can rant about it. He can talk about it. It's gonna be unfair, but you know, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But it is. Niggas is your friends that they act like they're your brothers until they get you signed into a deal. And they are actually the owners of the deal. Right. Then you're gonna see the true colors, if they're your brothers or not.
Jesus. Yeah. Because it's the dream, right? Everybody want to get the deal.
It's that, and then certain people are different when it comes to business and personal. Like certain niggas act like whole different people when they have a business mentality with you. They into business with you. It's like it's like almost like they can't be your friend, because they want your demise. They want to see you less than them always. So they will never treat you equal. And if it is, you can't trust them because it's like you can see it in them. It's like, you know, it's the business first mentality, and it's like so competitive that they will fuck you over if you're their friend. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they don't mean to. I think they mean to. They're just pieces of shit. Because there's no way in the world that I could do shit to my friend just because I got to. Even if I own their contract, like if you're my friend and you like, my nigga, listen, and you talk to me, you give me a real story, my nigga, listen, yo, I work hard. You know, I want to do this. There's ways that we could go about that. Whatever my brother wants to do, you know, even of course we got to make money because it's money. But now I'm gonna let them know. They say, okay, my nigga, I don't want to take advantage of you, my brother, but this is how much it is, or this is what it's gonna take. But it's not like I'm never gonna sell this shit to you because if I sell it to you, then you're gonna be free of me. And it's like that kind of shit when it comes to business, and that's what gets in between friendships a lot of time, man, because people's egos and their control on business takes over the humanity part of being a friend.
Yeah,
it's crazy, B. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Cuban, I appreciate you joining us this evening, my brother.
Man, I appreciate you for having me, my brother. You know, we're gonna get up. I'm gonna go see one of these days when the COVID shit is over.
Yes, sir.
And where y'all live at? Where y'all live at, my G's?
With me and Shannon is in Connecticut.
Okay, you in Connecticut?
Yeah.
I'm down in Maryland. I'm down in Maryland now. I've been down here for a number of years.
Okay, that's a good combo right there. Okay, y'all niggas, all right. The trilogy. All right. But definitely, I'm gonna go see Shannon in Connecticut soon. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna head there in a little bit. I got my man Lowe's crib that I gotta go to.
Ain't the fight this weekend, Shannon?
Fight next week, and yo, tell Lowe's I said what's good.
Yeah, no doubt, man. He having a little something in his house right now, so I'm gonna go over there and check him out. But on my way back, man, I probably could check y'all out. Sean, I'm gonna hit you up, and you give me you send me an address, and I'll stop by.
I bet.
That's fair.
You and the wife and all of that. If you there, my nigga, we can barbecue with it. You know how I go.
I'm right down the block, son.
All right, so we good. I'm popping off. We popping off over there.
Yo, thank you everybody for tuning in. Everybody have a good night.
And Marilyn, I see you, Marilyn, one of these days too, Marilyn. I'll be over there to see you.
All right, brother, man.
My brothers, you already know. God bless. And
bless.
COK Entertainment, last plug. You know, my album coming up soon. Yeah, it's gonna be called the album is gonna be called Chain of Command. Or either the Chain of Command or the Missing Links. I like the Missing Links a little better, but we're gonna see. We're gonna weigh it out.
Put it to a poll. Put it to a poll on social media.
No doubt. I got y'all, my brothers. Y'all be good. Great interview. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure, man.
All right. One.
There you have it, everybody. Cuban Link. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe. Next week, we're not going to have a live at 7 o'clock, but we got some other things in the work that we're going to be announcing. Some other good shows coming up. Make sure you check out on Monday. Also, we have an interview that we pre-recorded with the CEO of A7FL Football League, which is a semi-pro football league without helmets and pads. Really dope football league. Got a Rucker Park feel to it, but for football. We appreciate y'all. Thank you again for signing on. Peace, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.